Tonight, the heavens whisper again. Above the quiet cities, beyond the soft hum of human life, two ancient lights prepare to meet. Jupiter, the giant of our solar system, and the moon, Earth's steadfast companion. They rise together in the eastern sky, glowing side by side in a cosmic dance that has played out countless times across the ages. To some, it's a passing coincidence of orbits. To others, it's a reminder that even across the vastness of space, beauty finds a way to align. Look up tonight and you'll see it. The moon, bright and familiar, bathed in silver light, will hang near Jupiter, a world 11 times wider than Earth, yet appearing no larger than a spark beside her. Through the stillness of the night, this pair will glide together across the heavens, a celestial duet that links the present moment to billions of years of cosmic history. For all our technology and progress, for all the noise of human life, the night sky still speaks the same language it always has, one of wonder, mystery, and belonging. Jupiter, the king of planets, the guardian of the solar system. Its immense gravity shaped everything that followed, protecting Earth from countless asteroids, influencing the paths of planets, and sculpting the solar system itself. To look at Jupiter is to see power made visible. Its storms are larger than entire worlds. Its winds howl at hundreds of kilometers per hour. The great red spot, that eternal hurricane, has raged for centuries, a swirling scar that reminds us how small and delicate our home truly is. And yet, tonight, this mighty world will appear humble, shining softly beside the moon. It's a humbling vision, the colossal and the familiar, together in the same patch of sky. To the naked eye, Jupiter will appear as a brilliant white star. They are tiny points of light orbiting their planet like dancers circling a cosmic stage. These are the Galilean moons, discovered in 1610 by Galileo Galilei, when he first turned his simple telescope toward the heavens and saw proof that not everything revolved around Earth. That moment changed the human story forever. The moon and Jupiter, two beacons in our night sky, helped reveal humanity's place in the cosmos. For thousands of years, we believed ourselves to be at the center of creation. But when Galileo saw those moons moving around Jupiter, he understood a new truth. The universe was far larger, far stranger, and far more beautiful than we had ever imagined. And the moon, our moon, she has always been our companion, our mirror in the night. Long before telescopes and spacecraft, she guided the tides, marked the seasons, and inspired myths that shaped civilizations. To the ancient Greeks, she was Selene, the goddess who drove her silver chariot across the heavens each night. To the Romans, she was Luna. To the Chinese, Change, the immortal goddess who lives upon the moon. In every culture, across every continent, the moon has been more than just a rock in the sky. She has been a symbol of time, love, loss, and renewal. When the moon joins with Jupiter, as she does tonight, these ancient stories converge with modern science. The same eyes that once looked up in wonder millennia ago still look up today, but now we understand the forces behind the beauty. We know the moon is about 384,000 kilometers away, locked in an eternal dance with Earth. We know Jupiter orbits nearly 780 million kilometers from the Sun, its day lasting just 10 hours, its years stretching nearly 12 Earth years long. And yet, tonight, those impossible distances collapse into one shared view, a luminous pairing visible to anyone willing to look up. There's a kind of poetry in that. For all our differences, for all our boundaries and conflicts, every human being under the open sky sees the same moon, the same Jupiter, the same ancient stars. The light that reaches your eyes tonight has traveled millions of kilometers to find you. It has crossed the darkness between worlds to remind you that you are part of something immense. As the night deepens, imagine the scene from space. The Earth turns gently, its blue oceans reflecting sunlight toward the stars. Together, they form a portrait of cosmic harmony, two worlds connected not by proximity, but by the gaze of those who look upon them. For centuries, humanity has used these alignments as signs and symbols. To ancient astrologers, Jupiter's appearance beside the moon foretold good fortune, a joining of wisdom and emotion, reason and intuition. To sailors and explorers, it was a celestial marker, a way to navigate vast oceans. To poets and dreamers, it was a reminder that even the mightiest and most distant things can appear side by side, if only for a night. But beyond the myths lies something deeper, a connection that transcends time. When you gaze at the moon and Jupiter tonight, you are participating in a ritual older than civilization itself. The same stars that guided ancient farmers and travelers now shine above satellites and cities. The same Jupiter that Galileo studied is still watched by scientists today through the eyes of the James Webb Space Telescope, revealing new storms, auroras, and mysteries in its atmosphere. Instruments like JWST's Aniyar Spec have captured light from Jupiter and its moons in exquisite detail, analyzing their composition, their chemistry, even the possibility of hidden oceans beneath Europa's icy crust. Humanity, once bound to the surface of Earth, now peers into the secrets of worlds that once seemed divine. We have touched the moon, we have sent probes to orbit Jupiter itself. The moon will move on from Jupiter by tomorrow night, their closeness fading as each continues along its path. Consider what it means that from a small planet circling an ordinary star, creatures of carbon and curiosity can look up and understand this. That we can measure distances beyond comprehension, predict alignment centuries in advance, and still feel wonder as if we were seeing it for the first time. That is perhaps our greatest gift, the ability to find meaning in the endlessness. For some, tonight's meeting of Jupiter and the moon will be a chance to capture a photograph, to frame a perfect shot of the cosmic pair against the backdrop of the stars. For others, it may be a quiet moment on a balcony or a rooftop, a pause in the noise of life to simply breathe and look up. Whatever form it takes, it is a shared experience, a thread connecting millions of people beneath the same sky. In truth, every glance upward is an act of remembrance, a reminder that we are not separate from the universe, but expressions of it. The atoms in your body were forged in stars that burned long before the sun, the iron in your blood. The calcium in your bones, the oxygen you breathe, all of it was born in the furnaces of ancient suns, scattered across space and gathered here into you. When you look at Jupiter, you look at the past, a world that helped shape your present. When you look at the moon, you see reflection, the light of our sun bouncing off a silent witness to all of Earth's history. And as they share the night sky tonight, they offer a quiet message that connection is everywhere. Between planets and moons, between gravity and light, between science and spirit, between you and the universe that made you. So step outside tonight, let your eyes adjust to the dark. Find the moon, that familiar beacon, glowing softly. Then, just to her side, look for Jupiter, brighter than any star, steady and calm. Think of the storm swirling beneath its clouds, the moons circling in eternal rhythm, the spacecraft that have passed by, and the scientists who still listen. Think of how small we are, and how extraordinary it is that we can know any of this. In the end, this is not just an astronomical event. It is a story billions of years in the making, written in the language of light. The meeting of Jupiter and the moon tonight is another verse in that grand cosmic poem, one that continues with every sunrise and every star that appears after dusk. And when the night is over, when the moon drifts westward and Jupiter fades into the glow of dawn, the memory will remain. It's a reminder that the universe is alive with motion and meaning, and that beauty exists even in the spaces between worlds. Tonight, two celestial travelers cross paths in the sky. Tomorrow they will move apart. But for now, for this brief and perfect moment, they stand together, shining down upon a world that still dares to wonder. Think about this for a moment. From a tiny spinning planet circling a very average star, creatures made of carbon and filled with curiosity can look out into the vastness and actually understand what they are seeing. Isn't that incredible? We can measure distances so huge they're almost impossible to imagine we can predict when planets will align centuries from now. And yet we still feel that same sense of wonder as if we're seeing it all for the very first time. That might just be our greatest gift, the ability to find meaning in an endless universe. Tonight, Jupiter and the moon are meeting in the night sky. For some of you, this will be the perfect chance to grab a camera and frame a stunning photo of this cosmic duo. For others, it might be a quiet moment on a balcony or a rooftop, a simple pause in the hustle and bustle of life to just breathe and look up. Whatever you do, it's a shared experience. It's a thread connecting millions of us, all standing together beneath the same sky. It's a reminder that we aren't separate from the universe. We are direct expressions of it. The very atoms that make up your body were forged in the hearts of stars that burned out long before our sun even existed. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the oxygen you're breathing right now, all of it was born in the fiery furnaces of ancient suns, scattered across the cosmos and eventually gathered right here to become you. So, when you look at Jupiter, you're looking into the past. You're seeing a giant world that played a role in shaping our own solar system, in shaping our present. When you look at the moon, you see a reflection. You see the light of our sun bouncing off a silent, cratered witness that has watched over all of Earth's long history. And as they share the sky tonight, they offer a quiet, powerful message. Connection is everywhere. It's between planets and their moons. It's between the forces of gravity and the speed of light. It's between science and spirit. And most importantly, it's between you and the universe that created you. So please step outside tonight, let your eyes adjust to the darkness. First, find the moon, that familiar glowing beacon. Then look just to its side and you'll see Jupiter shining brighter than any star, a steady and calm point of light. As you gaze at it, think about the immense storms swirling beneath its clouds, storms larger than our entire planet. Think of the dozens of moons that circle it in a constant rhythmic dance. Think of the robotic spacecraft we've sent on journeys of millions of miles to get a closer look, and the dedicated scientists who still listen for their faint signals. Then think about how small we are in the grand scheme of things, and yet how truly extraordinary it is that we can know any of this at all. In the end, this isn't just an astronomical event, it's a story. A story that's been billions of years in the making, written in the universal language of light. The meeting of Jupiter and the moon tonight is just another verse in that grand cosmic poem, a poem that continues with every sunrise and every star that appears after dusk. And when the night is over, when the moon has drifted across the sky and Jupiter begins to fade into the soft glow of dawn, the memory of this moment will remain. It will be a small, personal reminder that the universe is alive with constant motion and deep meaning, and that incredible beauty can be found even in the vast, empty spaces between worlds. Tonight, two celestial travelers are crossing paths in our sky. By tomorrow, they will have moved on, continuing their separate journeys. But for now, for this brief, perfect moment, they stand together, shining down on a world that, thankfully, still dares to wonder. So don't miss Jupiter and the moon tonight. Find a moment to look up and remember, you are part of the very same story that they tell. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the cosmos.